Houston rumbling through, finds Reiner for the dunk.
And then try to take it back, but you already demonstrated it. It's trying to keep that action off the court. Yeah.
WNBA has drastically changed its outlook in the past few years, with some amazing plays that nobody's seen coming. From jaw-dropping buzzer beaters to outstanding dunks.
Here's Griner going in for the throwdown. Houston rumbling through, finds Griner for the dunk.
These plays not only grabbed more audiences all over the globe, but also changed the league, broke down barriers, and altered how the world views women's basketball. This video is not just another WNBA highlight. It's a journey through the plays that changed history, made legends, and inspired generations. So let's start. Number 5. Lisa Leslie's historic dunk.
2002, Lisa Leslie, becoming the first player in WNBA history to dunk in a game, one of the many achievements for Leslie.
It was July 30, 2002, when the Los Angeles Sparks were playing the Miami Soul. And in the third quarter, Lisa Leslie did something so amazing that it was heard around the world of sports. Leslie was already a legend in the game and was the first woman to dunk in a WNBA game. This dunk really broke stereotypes and changed how people thought about women's basketball.
Got an open look. Missed the shot from three-point range straight away. Byers gets it up to Leslie. What's she going to do? She dunked it for the first time in WNBA history.
Leslie intercepted a pass as the Sparks ran down the court, running past defenders with her glamorous 6'5" body. Then the magic happened. A slam with both hands that sent the ball through the hoop with power. The crowd went crazy. The bench blew up, and the commentators were speechless. That play was more than just 2 points. It was a message, a challenge, and a turning point all at the same time. Leslie's dunk did way more for the Sparks than just score a point. Before that, dunks were very rare and almost near impossible to see in women's sports. A lot of young players making their way to the WNBA found out that their dreams of playing above the rim were not only possible, but also a goal after Leslie's accomplishment.
History! Someone has dunked in a game! It's Lisa Leslie with the dunk!
Players on both teams and players against her were quick to praise Leslie's amazing dunk. As another star of the league put it, it was a moment that opened the door for what women's basketball could become. Leslie was on the front pages of newspapers all over the country after her dunk, and they called her the Queen of the Slam. That moment caught the attention of sports fans from all kinds of sports, not just basketball fans. Number 4. Teresa Weatherspoon's legendary half-court buzzer beater in the 1999 WNBA Finals.
No 3 points in WNBA history are more memorable than those scored by Teresa Weatherspoon in Game 2 of the 1999 Championship Series.
The WNBA will always remember October 1, 1999, with Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, and Tina Thompson playing so well together. The Houston Comets were almost 100% sure to win their third straight WNBA championship. If the New York Liberty didn't win Game 2 of the finals, they would be out of the playoffs. They got a last-moment miracle, and Teresa Weatherspoon was the one who did it perfectly.
It's going. It's going. Oh my goodness, it went.
The Liberty were behind 67-65 in the last few seconds. With only 2.4 seconds left, Weatherspoon caught the inbound pass near half court, took one dribble, and then made a prayer. A 50-foot shot with a high arc.
Keep the best of 3 series alive. We got a dog pile there after that shot from Weatherspoon. New York's 18-point comeback, the largest in WNBA Finals history.
The ball flew through the air, kissed the backboard, and fell perfectly into the hoop. Liberty players swarmed Weatherspoon, and the Comets had to stop their party right at the moment. From Sports Illustrated to the New York Times, the shot was all over the sports news. Commentators said it reminded them of the shot by Michael Jordan against Cleveland in 1989, or Christian Laettner's famous shot that beat the buzzer in the NCAA.
At that point, I don't think that we thought that it was over. I know that I didn't.
As soon as Tina Thompson hit her shot with a few seconds left, I thought the game was over.
A lot of people paid attention to the 1999 finals, but the shot took it to a whole new level. A lot of people came to Game 3 because they were eager to see if New York could ride the energy to beat the Comets. People outside of the league heard about it, which brought new attention to women's basketball and showed that the WNBA can produce legendary moments as much as any other sport.
The fans are going wild. Confetti's falling.
New York needing to get the ball in play.
I turned around. Tina was on my left shoulder. It gave me an opportunity to use my strong arm to throw it up.
The sponsors paid attention. The WNBA's TV numbers went up, and networks started to take the league more seriously. Weatherspoon's shot was often shown over and over again in highlight reels for years. Even casual fans who didn't pay much attention to the league started to connect the WNBA with exciting and skilled times. Number 3, the block heard round the league. In the 2014 WNBA Finals, Brittany Griner made one of the most famous defensive plays in league history. Griner sealed her reputation with a defense so strong that it sent shockwaves through the basketball world. She was already famous for her towering 6'9" frame and unmatched shot blocking skills.
Debut Brittany Griner, she became the first WNBA player to dunk not once but twice in a game. And it only took Griner one game to tie Parker for most career dunks.
The Phoenix Mercury and the Chicago Sky had a tough matchup in the 2014 finals. The Mercury, led by Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, were going for their 3rd championship, while the Sky, led by the electric Elena Del Don, were going for their 1st. The second game in the series took place at the U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix on August 31, 2014. The Mercury already had a 1-0 lead in the series.
Drilling it. The 3 at the buzzer to give Minnesota the win. And Minnesota went on to win the series in 5 games, their 3rd title.
The risks were very high. Both teams wanted to win. The Mercury wanted to get closer to a sweep, while the Sky needed to win to keep their championship hopes alive. Even though the game was close and tense, Griner's efforts on defense in the 4th quarter etched their name in history. Griner didn't just block one pass. She tallied 15 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 6 blocks per game in the finals. The Mercury beat the Sky in 3 games to win their 3rd WNBA championship, and her domination in the paint was a big part of that. The block is still one of the most famous defensive plays in WNBA history, even after all those years. It was a turning point in Griner's career, which was full of them. Basketball is one of the most exciting sports to watch because of how powerful defense can be and how good some players are at making you gasp with their speed. Number 2, Arike Ogunbowale's ice-cool game winner.
Good stuff with Stewie. Thank you, Holly. A 4-point lead for the national team as Ogunbowale, what a finish.
At the Target Center in Minneapolis, the NBA All-Star Game brought together the best players in the game. This was a big year for the WNBA because it wanted to show how tough it was getting how many stars it had. As a rising star, Ogunbowale was making her first All-Star appearance. She had just finished a great college career at Notre Dame, where she made back-to-back buzzer beaters in the NCAA Final Four.
Clark loses the handle momentarily. Here's Ogunbowale. She got it on a 3, and Team WNBA has a 3-point lead.
The game was an exhibition of skill, but as it got closer to the end, the players' desire to win made it more than just a show. There was a close fight between Team Del Don and Team Parker that had everyone on the edge of their seats.
Caitlin Clark has just set a rookie record for most assists in an All-Star game with her 9th.
The game was tied with only seconds left, and Ogunbowale had the ball. The moment seemed like it was meant to happen. As someone who's known for stepping up when it matters, Ogunbowale got past 2 players while dribbling with the calm attitude that didn't show how tense the situation was. She jumped for a contested jumper from just past the line. Her form was perfect, and she was sure of herself the whole time.
Ogunbowale lobbing it inside nicely to Jones. John Quayle spins and finishes. Good start to the 3rd.
When the ball went through the net, the buzzer went off, and chaos broke out in the venue. Ogunbowale's game-winning shot not only won the game for Team Parker, but it also made her known as one of the league's coolest shooters.
Basically watching these guys coach themselves.
Cheryl, we appreciate the time. It is so wonderful.
Ogunbowale's shot did a lot more than make the end of an All-Star game exciting. It showed how precise, skilled, and mentally tough the best players in the WNBA are. The play also changed how people thought about the All-Star game, turning it from a fun show to a competitive game that everyone had to see. Number 1. Candace Parker's historic dunk, 2008.
The second WNBA player to dunk in a game. I'm going to show you the first one in just a minute, but...
On July 22, 2008, Candace Parker changed the rules of women's basketball in a big way. Parker, who played for the Los Angeles Sparks, did a one-handed dunk against the Indiana Fever that made the crowd go crazy and cemented her place in basketball history. It was more than just a flashy move. It was a statement that women's basketball could be just as physical and exciting as men's basketball.
Parker would dunk again in the Sparks' next game. She went on to become the only WNBA player to win both the MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season.
Parker had already dunked earlier in her rookie season, so this wasn't her first time doing it. But this play, which happened in a close game, felt like a statement.
Her WNBA debut, Brittany Griner, she became the first WNBA player to dunk not once but twice in a game.
The Sparks were in the running for a playoff spot, and Parker's dunk not only helped them win, but also pushed her teammates to play better. Because of her skill, timing, and bravery, she put the WNBA in the spotlight, starting discussions and getting media attention all over the world.
She became just the second WNBA player to dunk in a game.
When Candace Parker sunk the ball, it broke the rules and expectations. Before that, dunks in women's basketball were not common and were often thought to be impossible because of the way women's bodies are built. Parker's powerful slam proved everyone wrong and motivated a whole generation of players to actually aim higher.
She did it with 29.5 seconds left. Lisa Leslie did it first. Candace Parker did it second.
The highlight was shown over and over on major sports networks, with commentators calling Parker's jump one of the best moments in WNBA history, and experts breaking down every frame of it. Social media, which is still young, was full of videos and conversations about Parker's dunk, showing that it had an effect on people outside of basketball. What do you think was the most legendary of these game-changing moments in the WNBA that changed its outlook? Let us know in the comments. If this trip through basketball history got you excited, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other basketball fans. Let's keep enjoying the legendary stories in basketball.